Kelly Shepard. We have a family of 4, so we have 2 kids, 8 and 6, 2 boys, and then my older child, Clint.
Chris, I'm 35 years old, working as a creative director for a church, and yeah, I don't know how much more to add.
Well, my name is Sydney. I am 27 and I'm fun and I like to have fun.
We were having financial issues and needed guidance to budget and to get our finances aligned, as well as our credit scores to purchase a home. So we were all over the place and just needed to go in the right direction, and we didn't know where to go.
I spent the last 2 years just trying to, focus more, pay more attention to finances and things like that, and so it felt like a no-brainer. Here's an opportunity to get some new perspective on finances and how to, whether or not I applied any of it, it was just perspective, right? I'm always looking for perspective.
I didn't have a traditional income, so I was going through a place where I'd left my 9 to 5 and I was in the process of starting a business and hopes that that business would launch, and it did, and it was a season of just trusting the Lord for Him to provide.
When we first got married, our finances weren't aligned at all, and it was very emotional because you're so used to everything being budgeted for yourself, and then when you get married, you have to share your money. And we just didn't think we were ever going to get there, and it just put an emotional stress on our marriage, and we fought all the time about finances.
Well, we didn't know how to get there.
Yeah.
It was, my thing is I never had credit. I always did everything was, credit cards are bad, this, but then there's some purchases in life that you do, like furniture or whatever, that catch up to you and it affects your credit. And then when you try to get ahead, by doing those programs or debt consolidations or whatever, you can never get ahead. It's like another weight that sucks you down, and you try and try, but you can't win, and then you wind up, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and it just never gets to where you need to go.
Definitely paycheck to paycheck, and just kind of operating in this mode of like, well, if I got the money and I spend it, like I'm only responsible for myself, so, kind of do what I want to do with it. But there really wasn't any structure to it at all. It was just kind of came and went.
I thankfully had graduated college with 0 debt. I had paid for college and worked full time. I am kind of a workaholic, so I loved working and had lots of jobs, odds and end jobs, and so didn't have any student loan debt, but I did have some credit card debt, and that was kind of the debt that really grabbed me, was credit card debt. I had 1 credit card, and sometimes I would let it rack up, and sometimes I'd pay it off all the time, and because I had left my 9 to 5, I had to use my card and depend on it a little bit more than expected, and so I had some minor debt in credit cards, but other than that, it was pretty paycheck to paycheck, can find fast money, if you will. I feel like I had a lot of connections where if I needed a babysitting job or if I needed to make money in a way, I could make it fast and be able to pay whatever I needed to pay off without having to go too far into debt.